Thank you for listening to Yoked. My name is Kelly Sunrose, and I am a practicing and teaching yogini. This podcast is a collection of practices, interviews, Q&A sessions, and mini workshops all about living the practice of yoga. My main teaching home is the Wildcat Yoga Club, an online community for practice, study, and connection. New members are always welcome, and there is a link to the site in the show notes. I offer this podcast for free since 2008 to support the ongoing creation and production of my work. You can make a one-time or ongoing donation via PayPal. There's a link in the show notes. To learn more about my practice and my offerings, please visit sunroseyoga.com. Thank you for being here. Hi everybody, welcome to the show. It's Kelly. And for today's episode, I'm sharing a practice with you, a meditation practice. And the context or the setup or the inspiration for this practice is a handful of planets stationing direct after their retrograde periods. And specifically, I'm thinking of Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury, which had all been retrograde for, anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 months or longer, in the case of Pluto. And so this practice is in support of what our planet might be experiencing and what we as individuals might be experiencing on this during this transition time. And even if you're not that interested in what is happening astrologically, this is a practice that is intended to support and to honor the ways that we care for ourselves during phases of transition, which I hope is resonant, even if the astrology is unfamiliar or maybe not even interesting to you. I hope it is, but if not, there is also something here for you. And as we did in the last episode, I'll begin just with a classical chant, the Mahamritam Jaya, sometimes also known as Om Triambakam, because those are the first words. And as I mentioned last time, this is a deeply healing mantra. And moving into Scorpio season, transitioning out of retrograde season and very soon into eclipse season, it feels like a really great time to be engaged with this practice. And I'll chant it 4 times to begin this practice. Feel free to chant along or to just let the words land where they do for you. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Amrityor Mukshyama Amritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityormukshyama amritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityormukshyama amritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityormukshyama amritat. Om. Begin by settling into a shape that feels equal parts easy and elegant. Can be any seated shape, can also always be lying down. And once you have found the shape, offer the weight of the body to the support of the earth. Offer the weight of your experience and your memories to the support of the earth. Offer all of your efforts and all of your efforting to the support of this planet. And begin to remember the length and the elegance of your spine, the dignity of your spine. From its base to the top of the neck and to the crown of your head. And with a loose grip, a light touch, begin to notice what it's like to be in this body in this moment. And there's nothing to analyze or understand. There's nothing to remember. We're just noticing and releasing, like sand slipping through your fingers. and bringing your awareness to the breath. And again, with a very loose grip and awareness that might be described as total gentleness. Begin to notice what it's like to breathe in this moment. And there's nothing to force or change or remember. Just noticing what it's like to breathe. And relaxing the effort of this noticing. And inviting your awareness to rest in the places where your body meets the earth. So if you're sitting, that may be whatever parts of your body are sitting on the floor. Maybe your sitting bones, the flesh of the thighs and booty, maybe the outer legs. If you're lying down, it might be the back of the head, the shoulders and upper back. Again, the hips and the backside, heels. Just notice where you and the earth are in direct connection. And if it's possible, noticing sort of like how deep into your body you feel that point of connection with Earth. And if it's possible, similarly feeling the support from Earth as those direct points on its surface, but then deepening into, perhaps the subfloor, the floor beneath that, the earth beneath that, the rock beneath that. Just letting yourself hold in the body the depth of support that this planet is giving you. And remaining rooted or grounded in that support, begin to notice the teeny tiny movements that are occurring even in your stillness. You might notice movements that come with breathing. You might notice movements that come with the beating of your heart and the pumping of your blood. You might notice movements related to digestion. You might notice movements related to your body's interaction with your environment. We are still and supported, and yet we are always in movement. We are always in motion. Staying grounded and rooted in the places where you feel the depth of that support from our planet. Invite your awareness to expand, to sense or imagine the space immediately around you. If you're indoors, that might be a specific room or a specific floor of a building. If you're outdoors, it might be, a park or your yard. And once you have a sense of that space, let your awareness widen even more, maybe to, the grounds of the property you are on, spreading to include the entire neighborhood around you. And the neighborhoods beyond that. The spaces beyond that. So if you're in a city, letting your awareness expand to include the city or the county, and letting your awareness sort of spread in this, I would call it a horizontal way. And bear in mind, it won't be scientifically precise. But we're just getting a sense of this body, this planet, the spaces we're touching, and those spaces are touching, and on and on. And on, until our awareness has encompassed the entire planet. And you might have to come back over and over again to where you in this body are in contact with the support, the depth of support from this earth. And once your awareness has spread as far as it can spread in this horizontal plane, invite your awareness to come back to the heart, either the beating anatomical heart slightly left of center, the chest, or the energetic heart, the center of the chest, anahata, the heart space, heart center, or the heart that is your gut, sort of upper belly, solar plexus. And once you've landed in that place, and you've noticed the sensations available in your heart, and begin to invite a wish or a dream or a hope or a blessing into that place for all beings, everywhere in space, everywhere in time, including yourself. And letting that blessing land back in your own heart. And bringing one or two hands to the heart. And on an exhalation, bowing to this collaboration. Thank you for sharing this space. Thank you for sharing this practice. Take the very best care. Om Tat Sat.